Hi and welcome to TTN Info TV SK channel. My name is Sayyad. Here are with the latest news for 5th September 2023. Saudi King and Crown Prince congratulate Singapore President-elect and Thailand's new PM. Saudi Arabia's King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman on Sunday congratulated Tharman Shanmugaratnam on his victory in Singapore presidential election, the Saudi presidency reported. The two leaders also sent their congratulations on Sunday to Srettha Thavisin on his election as Prime Minister of Thailand, another SPA report said. Kuwait joins Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia. Kuwait, represented by Deputy Foreign Minister Sheikh Jarrah Jabir Al Ahmed Al Sabah, signed the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia in a ceremony that took place in Jakarta, Kuwait News Agency reported on Monday. Jordan's King Abdullah received Japanese Foreign Minister. Jordan's King Abdullah on Monday received Japanese Foreign Minister Hayashi Yoshimasa, Jordan News Agency reported. Crown Prince Hussein bin Abdullah also attended the meeting, which focused on strengthening economic investment, trade and defense cooperation. They also discussed the outcome of the King's April visit to Japan and how to build on them. Egypt highlights tourism development to boost economic growth. Egypt is focusing greater attention on developing tourist and heritage sites to help achieve sustainable economic growth and improve quality of life of citizens, said Local Development Minister Hisham Amna in Zhengzhou, China on Monday. Amna made the remark in a speech at the opening section of the International Mayors Forum on Tourism, which is being held until Wednesday. Sudan's Burhan in neighboring South Sudan for talk with its president on the war. Sudan's top military general arrived in South Sudan on Monday for talk with its president on his second trip abroad since the war in his country started earlier this year. General Abdul Fattah Burhan, chairman of the ruling sovereign council, landed at the airport in South Sudan capital and was received by South Sudanese President Salva Kiir. Both leaders inspected as a honor guard and then headed for talks that would focus on the conflict in Sudan, according to the council. China's Xi Jinping likely to skip G20 summit in India. Chinese President Xi Jinping is expected to skip this week G20 summit in New Delhi, Beijing announced on Monday in what is seen as a setback for India's presidency of a major forum of the world's biggest economies. China's Foreign Ministry confirmed Premier Li Qiang will be attending the meeting of the global leader in New Delhi on September 9 and 10 without mentioning Xi. Premier Li Qiang will lead a delegation to the New Delhi G20 summit in India, Mao Ning, a spokesperson for the ministry, said during a press conference in Beijing. Indonesia looks to double commerce with UAE as trade pact takes effect. Indonesia is hoping to boost commerce with the UAE more than twofold in the next 3 years, Jakarta envoy to Abu Dhabi said on Monday, as a free trade pact between the two countries went into effect at the beginning of this month. The Indonesia-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement went into force on September 1 after the two countries signed the pact in July last year, making it Jakarta's first with a Gulf country and Abu Dhabi's first with a Southeast Asian nation. France imposes abaya ban on first day of school. French authorities were on Monday imposing a newly announced ban on the abaya Muslim dress for women in schools, with over 500 establishments under scrutiny as children across the country return to class. The government announced last month it was banning the abaya in school, saying it broke the rules of secularism in education that have already seen Muslim headscarves banned on the ground they constitute a display for religious affiliation. The move gladdened the political right, but the hard left argued it represented an affront to civil liberties. Ukraine Defense Minister submit resignation letter. Ukraine Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov submitted his resignation letter to the chairman of the parliament, he said in a post on X on Monday. Zelensky said on Sunday he had decided to replace his wartime defense minister, the biggest shakeup of the Ukraine defense establishment since Russia launched its full-scale invasion in February 2022. Saudi Arabia Crown Prince announced establishment of Global Water Organization. Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman announced on Monday that Saudi Arabia is establishing a global water organization to integrate and enhance the effort made by governments and organizations in securing global water sustainable. The organization, with its headquarters in Riyadh, plans to extend expertise, advanced technology, foster innovation and share research and development experience. Moreover, it will promote the establishment and funding of high-priority projects ensuring the sustainability of water resource and their accessibility for everyone. Pakistani and Saudi force conclude counter-terrorism exercise. Pakistani and Saudi force on Monday concluded a two-week counter-terrorism exercise in the northwestern hill station of Cherat in Pakistan, the country's military said. The joint exercise Al-Batar-I began on August 22 with the participation of Special Forces contingents from Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, according to the Inter-Service Public Relations, the Pakistani military media wing. The exercise aimed at further strengthening historic military relations between the two countries, including the development of a joint employment concept to help in the fight against terrorism. Bangladesh gears up to host Russia's Lavrov and French President Macron as Sheikh Hasina plans G20 participation. The first fortnight of September is appearing hectic in Dhaka's diplomatic calendar, with multiple high-profile visits and agreements that are being scheduled. The series is expected to start with the arrival of Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to Dhaka on September 7. This will be followed by the visit of French President Emmanuel Macron on September 11. The two visits are unique as the French President is visiting Dhaka after nearly 33 years and Mr. Lavrov is the first Foreign Minister of Moscow to visit Bangladesh in its history. In between, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is due to arrive in New Delhi in the afternoon of September 8 and participate in the G20 meeting where Bangladesh is among the guest countries. The visit of Mr. Lavrov comes days after Ms. Hasina returned from Johannesburg, where Bangladesh participated in the discussion on the expansion of the BRICS, the grouping of world economic comprising of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Facing increased pressure from the European Union, the US and the UK for allegedly democratic backsliding, Ms. Hasina had lashed out repeatedly during April and May this year and threatened not to engage with the sanction-imposing countries in commercial deals, indicating her tilt towards the BRICS countries. Colombo mulls converting Adani Power project to a G2G deal. In a cabinet memorandum last month, Sri Lanka Energy Minister has sought to convert the agreement with Adani Green Energy Limited for execution of renewable energy project in the island northern province to a government-to-government deal, according to Sri Lankan media report. Leading Colombo-based weekend newspaper The Sunday Times reported on September 3, 2023, $400 million project with India's Adani Green Energy Limited for a 500 megawatt project in Mannar has been elevated to be on a government-to-government basis based on a recent cabinet memorandum put forward by Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Vijayasekare. Israel's PM pitches fiber optic cable idea to link Asia and the Middle East to Europe. Israel Prime Minister on Sunday floated the idea of building infrastructure projects such as fiber optic cable linking countries in Asia and the Arabian Peninsula with Europe through Israel and Cyprus. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he is quite confident such as infrastructure corridor linking Asia to Europe through Israel and Cyprus is feasible. Bharatiya Janata Party hits out of India bloc parties demands explanation for Udyanidhi's remark on Sanatan Dharma. The Bharatiya Janata Party on September 4 took forward its attack on DMK leader Udyanidhi Stalin's remark on Sanatana Dharma from 2 days ago, with Senior Minister of the Narendra Modi-led government demanding to know whether the DMK's allies in the Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, bloc parties particularly the Indian National Congress, were in agreement with the remark. Union Minister Rajnath Singh hit out at the opposition alliance silence over Udyanidhi comment on Sanatana Dharma, warning that the nation will not forgive them unless they apologize. He asked why Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Ashok Gehlot are silent on the issue. Talk of early election is a sign that Narendra Modi is panicking after formation of India bloc, says Congress. A meeting of the newly constituted Congress Working Committee had a public rally in Hyderabad, meeting of floor leader of India bloc at party chief Mallikarjuna Kharge official residence in Delhi, and a meeting by the Parliamentary Strategy Group to be chaired by Sonia Gandhi ahead of 5-day-long special session of Parliament. The Congress on Monday made a series of political announcements, even as it categorically rejected the idea of one nation, one election. After COVID-19, Russia rolls out the red carpet for Indian tourists again. Russian authorities are pulling out all the stops to lure Indian tourists in a bid to shore up arrivals in a past-pandemic scenario and amid ongoing Ukraine conflict. While the e-visa facility with validity of 60 days and a processing time for just 4 working days was extended to Indians last month, efforts are underway to tide over issue around the ruble and the inability to access plastic money arising out of the sanction imposed by the European Union and the United States. Pakistan caretaker Prime Minister says Saudi Arabia and UAE will invest $25 billion in Pakistan. Pakistan caretaker Prime Minister Anwarullah Kakkar has confirmed that Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates will invest $25 billion in Pakistan over the next 3 years. According to the report of Arab News, the Prime Minister said that the Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates will make this investment in Pakistan in the form of project. Saudi Arabia and the UAE will invest in project under the Special Investment Facilitation Council. It should be noted that the government of former Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, this council was established in June with the aim of facilitating investors in Pakistan and managing the country's economy. According to reports, Pakistan Army Chief General Asim Munir said in a meeting with businessmen in Karachi on Sunday that the newly created council has potential to bring in capital of $200 billion from Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar and Kuwait. Parvez Ilahi released in trouble, judge hearing the case change. In the Lahore High Court on Tuesday, the case related to recovery of Chaudhry Parvez Ilahi has been removed from the list, while the trial judge Justice Amjad Rafiq will hear the case in the Multan bench. Justice Amjad Rafiq had ordered the production of Parvez Ilahi on Tuesday. According to the cause list of the Lahore High Court, Justice Amjad Rafiq will not hear case on the principal seat of the Lahore High Court. According to roster, Justice Amjad Rafiq will hear the case in the Multan bench till October 28. According to the roster, the transfer roster of Justice Amjad Rafiq to the Multan bench was released on August 30. However, he has been working as a judge on the principal seat of Lahore High Court for the 3 years. Pakistan Navy helicopter crash in Gwadar, 2 officers and 1 soldier killed. A Pakistan Navy training helicopter crashed in Pakistan coastal city of Gwadar, killing 2 officers and a soldier. The spokesperson of Pakistan Navy has said in a statement that the helicopter met with the accident during the flight due to a possible technical fault. An investigation into accident has been initiated by the Pakistani Navy. President of Pakistan Dr. Arif Alvi has expressed grief over the helicopter accident. That's all in today's headlines. Keep watching TTN Info TV SK channel by subscribing and do hit the bell icon to receive notification and more updates.